magnetic field due to a current. So earlier we have seen gravitational field, electrostatic field. Gravitational field is due to a mass property and electrostatic field is due to a charge property. So any mass will attract other mass, and that is an attraction between two masses that can also be explained by taking a concept of a field. Suppose if you have mass m, then gravitational field due to this mass at some point p in this space at a distance of r from this mass. So we are finding out इस मास के वजह से ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड एट पॉइंट P, और ये पॉइंट P जो है r डिस्टेंस पे है. सो इट इज एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ r फ्रॉम दिस मास, एंड दैट ग्रेविटेशनल फील्ड दैट इज Eg is given by Gm upon r square, and this is directed in this direction. The field is directed in this direction. That means if you place any other mass, it will be attracted towards this mass. Then similarly, this mass, even if it is moving, it will create a gravitational field. It's a mass which is at rest as well as a moving mass can create gravitational field. Then similarly, if we have a charge q, so this charge q will create electrostatic field in the space. So electrostatic field at point P, इस point P पे हमको electrostatic field निकालना है इस charge के वजह से. Now this charge is at a distance of, or this point P is at a distance of r from this charge. इस charge से कितना दूर है? r distance. Then electrostatic field due to this charge is given by E is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square, and direction of field at this point is radially outwards. So field is in this direction. We are considering a positive test charge here. So if this charge is at rest, it will create a field. Even if this charge is moving, it will create electric field. A mass at rest or a mass moving with certain velocity will create gravitational field. A charge which is at rest or a charge moving with certain velocity will create electrostatic field. Then similarly, we have another type of field called as magnetic field. So it is little bit different compared to these two fields. Oersted, he has experimented. Oersted is a scientist. उन्होंने एक experiment किया है. So what is that experiment? Let us see. So suppose you have current carrying conductor. So इस conductor में current है I. अगर हम इस conductor के पास अगर कोई charge रखते हैं, so we have kept a charge q near the current carrying conductor, and here we are assuming steady current. So the current is not changing, it is steady. A constant current is flowing through this wire. So now this charge will not experience any force, or a charge kept at this point will remain at this point. It means there is no electric field at this point. और पहले हमने देखा था इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फील्ड में a charged particle, a positive charge, will experience a force in the direction of field. Suppose you have electric field in this region, electric field इस दिशा में है, और अगर हम इस फील्ड के अंदर एक चार्ज q रखते हैं, suppose if you place a charge q in the field, then this charge q will experience a force. the force will be in the direction of field, and that force is equal to field times charge, electric field into charge. So definitely here, if you have placed a charge q, then if this current carrying conductor, if it is producing a field at this point, then this charge q should move, but it is at rest. It means this current carrying conductor is electrically neutral. As many number of protons are there, positive charges are there, then same number of negative charges are also there. So since this is electrically neutral, net charge on this conductor is 0. There will be actually small charge density on the surface of the conductor because of movement of electrons, but we are neglecting that effect. And the charge density or the electric field due to that small charge density is very, very less. It is negligible. So we can neglect that. So now, time being, this current carrying conductor is electrically neutral, तो इसके वजह से यहाँ पे electric field नहीं होना चाहिए, and it is not there. Observation is also same. This charge q is not experiencing any force. That means electric field due to this conductor at this point is 0. Okay, yes. Now, after that what happened? Suppose if you project this charged particle, earlier charged particle was kept at rest, पहले रेस्ट में रखा था. अभी अगर इसको हम एक वेलोसिटी देते हैं, सपोज if you project this charged particle with certain velocity, then what is found? What is the observation? Observation ये था कि ये चार्ज पार्टिकल वायर की तरफ डिफ्लेक्ट हुआ. So this charged particle is getting deflected towards the wire. Then definitely, suppose if you are given a velocity in this direction and if there is no force, then this particle should go undeflected, but the particle is deflected in this direction. What do you mean by that? That means there is some force on this particle in this direction. There is some force on the particle in this direction. So that's why this particle has deflected. Now, earlier we have seen there is no electric field due to this current carrying conductor. And when the charge was at rest, there was no force. But when we have given a velocity, this charge has deflected. That means there is some field. So that field is not electrostatic, but it is some other field. So Oersted, what he has done actually, he has taken a magnetic compass and he has kept a magnetic compass near the wire. Now, due to this current carrying conductor or due to this current, magnetic compass was deflected in some direction. And when the current direction was reversed, when you have reversed the current direction, then the deflection of magnetic compass was in some other direction. That means, or in opposite direction. So, this magnetic compass was deflected due to current carrying wire. So that's why Oersted thought that magnetic compass can be deflected only by the magnets, and magnets will create magnetic field around it. So Oersted said that a current carrying conductor will produce magnetic field, and when this charge is moving with certain velocity, it means here this current carrying conductor has produced some magnetic field at this point, and this moving charge is deflected by the magnetic field. So now what is the conclusion? The conclusion is magnetic field will exert a force on a charged particle only when it is moving. जब ये चार्ज एक वेलोसिटी से मूव होता है, उसी समय magnetic field will apply a force. If the charge is at rest, magnetic field will not apply any force. So we can draw some analogy. Now suppose if you place mass m1 and m2 at certain distance, then there will be a force of attraction between them. Okay, so this is gravitational force. Then similarly, if you place two positive charges by some distance apart, कुछ डिस्टेंस पे अगर ये दो पॉजिटिव चार्जेस हम रखेंगे तो क्या होगा? सो देयर विल बी रिपल्शन, मींस this charge is applying a force on q2, q2 is applying a force on q1. Then similarly, if you place a positive charge and here a negative charge, then they will apply a force on each other, and that is attractive force. So this is repulsive force, this is attractive force, and here we don't have a concept of negative mass, so gravitational force is only attractive in nature, but electrostatic force, it is attractive as well as repulsive. Then similarly, if you have two current carrying conductors, suppose this is carrying a current I1 and this is carrying a current I2, then these two conductors will repel. Okay, these two conductors will repel or attract towards each other. So we'll see later how the force will act on this. So they may repel or attract, as same as the charges here. They are repelling or attracting depending on the type of charges. So here also it is the same thing. Now this is a current carrying conductor and this is a moving charge. Moving charge is nothing but we can assume it as a current. A charge passing through a given cross section in given time is called as current, or rate of flow of charge through a given cross section in a given time is called as current. So this is a current carrying conductor and this charge is moving, so it is also establishing some current. So this current and this current, there is an attraction or repulsion between them. So the direction we'll find out later. So the observation was a magnetic field will apply a force on a moving charge, or in other words we can say a moving charge will produce a magnetic field. ये जो current है, it is due to movement of charges. So charge is moving, so current is producing, this moving charge is producing some magnetic field at this point. So now what is the direction of field here? Suppose now if you project this particle in different directions, अलग अलग दिशा में इसको अगर आप प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे तो ये डिफ्लेक्ट होगा एक्सेप्ट वन डायरेक्शन. अगर आप इस चार्ज पार्टिकल को अलग अलग डायरेक्शन में प्रोजेक्ट करेंगे तो ये डिफ्लेक्ट होगा. इसका मतलब it is experiencing a force due to magnetic field except one direction. एक डायरेक्शन में अगर इसको प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं, there is one particular direction in which suppose if you project this charged particle, then it will not experience any force, and that is the direction of magnetic field. Suppose इस पार्टिकल को हम इस दिशा में प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं, suppose just an example illustration. तो अगर इस दिशा में हम इसको प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं and it is having a velocity but it is not getting deflected, means there is no force in this particular direction, that means magnetic field is in this direction. Magnetic field जो है इस डायरेक्शन में है. So there are two things here. One is a current carrying conductor is producing magnetic field. So we have to calculate magnetic field due to a current, and second, this is first. And suppose a charged particle is projected in magnetic field, it is experiencing a force. That means you have to calculate the force on a moving charge. Force on a moving charge. So these are the two things we have to discuss. So calculation of magnetic field is given by Biot-Savart law. So magnetic field. So first we will consider calculation of magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. I think you got the point here. Only a moving charge is deflected by the magnetic field. If a charge is at rest, magnetic field will not apply any force on that charge. Okay, yes. So now calculation of magnetic field and calculation of force on a moving charge inside magnetic field. So first we will see calculation of magnetic field. Magnetic field is denoted by a letter B, and this magnetic field is a vector quantity. So we have to find out magnitude as well as direction of the field, and this magnetic field units, magnetic field को you will measure in SI units are Newton per ampere meter. So this unit, this is an SI unit. So you will get this unit by taking the equation of a force. Force experienced by a moving charge in a magnetic field is given by F equal to Q V cross B. So Q is the charge on that particle, V is velocity of the particle, and B is magnetic field vector. So if you see F is equal to, for time being, if you assume the angle between velocity vector and magnetic field vector as 90 degrees, then we have QVB sin 90 is 1, then B equals to F upon Q into V. So the SI unit of force F is Newtons. Charge is measured in coulombs, or let us say F. Then charge, velocity is nothing but meter per second. So charge per meter per second. So charge per unit time is nothing but current, and the unit of current is ampere. So here force Newtons, charge per unit time, that is charge per unit time is nothing but ampere to meter. So Newton per ampere meter. So this is the unit of magnetic field, and this unit is also called as Tesla. Unit of magnetic field is also called as Tesla. 1 Newton per ampere meter is also 1 Tesla. This unit is taken after the scientist Nikola Tesla. And Cesius system of magnetic field units, Gauss. So 1 Tesla is 10 raised to 4 Gauss. And later chapter, in the next chapter, electromagnetic induction, we'll see flux, magnetic flux. So Tesla is one of the unit, and also another unit is magnetic field, another unit is Weber per meter square. So this is SI unit and this is Cesius unit. Another unit for magnetic field is Weber per meter square. So now in this chapter we have to use cross product, because most of the cases will find the equation with cross products. Now first of all, we'll see how to find out the magnetic field due to a current. So when you are finding out magnetic field, you will find out magnitude as well as you will be finding out the direction. So Biot-Savart. So Biot-Savart has given a law to calculate magnetic field due to current. So according to Biot-Savart law, suppose if you take a small element, this is a current carrying wire, so current is I, and if I take a small element of this wire, so this is a small element, this is a long wire, I am considering the small element of this wire, so this is a small element. Then Biot-Savart has given a law to calculate magnetic field due to this small element. Coulomb's law, F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. This is for point charges. If you want to find out the force or electric fields, then you have to integrate by taking small quantities, you have to add up. So similarly, gravitational field is given by Gm by R square. So this gravitational field is for a point mass. Then similarly, magnetic field is for this small element. So this is small current element. So magnetic field due to this element at this point P, let us say this point P, which is at a distance of R. This is at a distance of R. Now the direction of current element will take in the direction of current. Current इस डायरेक्शन में है, तो ये करंट एलिमेंट का डायरेक्शन भी इस dl पार्ट वट एवर यू टेकन, इसका भी डायरेक्शन करंट के डायरेक्शन में हो, और ये पोजीशन वेक्टर है, मतलब इस करंट एलिमेंट के वजह से आप पॉइंट P, इस पॉइंट पे इसकी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड निकाल रहे हैं, तो ये पॉइंट P का यहां से पोजीशन है R, तो दिस इज ए पोजीशन वेक्टर. So let us say angle between these two vectors is theta. Now you have to revise your concepts of vectors. Suppose if you have two vectors like this. So this is one vector A, this is another vector B, and suppose if this angle is given. So what is the angle between the two vectors? Theta is not the angle between two vectors. Angle between two vectors will be, if you proceed this vector in this direction, then angle between these two vectors will be this particular angle, and this angle is pi minus theta or 180 minus theta. So angle between two vectors, if you take a point, both the vectors should point outwards from this point. So similarly, this is a current element and this is a position vector. So this is the angle between these two vectors, theta. So this magnetic field due to this small element, so magnetic field due to this small element, dB, very small field. So dB is given by mu naught by 4 pi, which is a constant, into I dl cross R upon R cube. So R is the position vector and dl is the current element. So current element we are taking it as a vector and it has a direction in the direction of current. So this is vector form of Biot-Savart's law. Then similarly, to find out the magnitude, now the direction of the field is given by this cross product. To find the magnitude of this field, so this is a vector, magnitude of this field is given by mu naught by 4 pi I dl R sin theta, cross product divided by R cube. So that comes out to be mu naught upon 4 pi I dl sin theta upon R square. So this mu naught is known as permeability of free space. And its value is 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7. You can find out the units by considering the unit of this magnetic field. So here this is magnetic field B. Magnetic field is measured in Tesla. Now here you have current, here meter. So if you take this meter this side, so it will be Tesla into meter upon current, ampere. So Tesla meter per ampere. Tesla meter per ampere. Mu naught. dB is in Tesla. So R, that is the distance, it is in meter. dl is also in meters. So meter cancel. So if you take meter this side, then it is Tesla meter. And I, if you take this side, it will be under denominator. And Tesla is nothing but Newton per ampere meter. So Tesla meter per ampere, you can just replace Tesla with Newton per ampere meter. You will get the units. Fine. So different units. This is also unit, Tesla meter per ampere. Then similarly, this will give you the magnitude of magnetic field at this point P. So here finding out, this will give you magnitude, but you have to find out the direction also. Direction भी निकालना है. So if you use cross product dl cross r, so dl will use right hand thumb rule. So dl cross r. So magnetic field at this point is inside the board. इसके अंदर है. So now all this, most of the things will get three-dimensional. So this is one plane, and another direction in this space will be perpendicular to the plane. It may be outside or inside. So if something is inside the plane or outside the plane of this board, we'll use cross and dot. So dot is used outside the plane, then cross we'll use inside the plane. Okay, so now field due to this small current element is inside the board at this point P. So first of all, we have to see how to find out the directions. So cross product. Cross product. So suppose we have two vectors, vector A and this is vector B. So the angle between these two vectors is theta. Then suppose if you want to find out resultant vector C, that is A cross B. A cross B. So A cross B, it is nothing but magnitude you can find out, AB sine theta, and the direction is given by the rule of cross product. So how to find out the direction? Right hand thumb rule, A cross B, and here A cross B is not equal to B cross A. So you have to be careful about the preference. Now it is A cross B. So stretch your palm along the direction of vector A. Okay. And curl your fingers towards another vector. So the fingers can be curled like this. You cannot curl like this. So you have to go acute. So acute angle. तो ऐसे आप palm रखेंगे, A से B के तरफ जाएंगे. And the thumb will give you the direction of the resultant vector. So A cross B. So it is inside the board. So resultant vector is inside the board. Similarly, suppose we have different directions here. So let us say this is east, then this will be north, west and south. Now suppose the field at this point or a vector. So vector A is inside the board. Vector A is inside the board and vector B is along north direction. Vector A inside the board and vector B is along north direction. Then the direction of resultant vector. So vector A is inside the board and vector B is along north direction. So you will stretch your palm in the direction of vector A. Vector A is inside the board in such a way that you should be able to curl your fingers towards vector B. So if you curl your fingers towards vector B, then resultant vector will be along east direction. East direction. Suppose vector A is outside the board. इस दिशा में वेक्टर A. तो ये वेक्टर A और ये वेक्टर B. Then you will stretch a palm in this direction, in the direction of vector A. Then curl your fingers towards vector B. Then field will be along this direction. So field is along west direction. So actually A cross B, if you take A cross B, the resultant of A cross B or resultant vector of A cross B will be perpendicular to A as well as perpendicular to B. Vector C is perpendicular to A as well as perpendicular to B, or the resultant vector C will be perpendicular to plane formed by vector A and B. This vector A and vector B is forming a plane. So they will form a plane. So this is a plane contained between these two vectors. Then the resultant vector will be perpendicular to A as well as perpendicular to B. Means it is perpendicular to the plane formed by A and B. Suppose this is a plane and you have any line in this plane, a vector which is perpendicular to this plane will be perpendicular to any line drawn in this plane. इस प्लेन में आप कोई भी लाइन ड्रॉ करो, अगर ये वेक्टर इस प्लेन को परपेंडिकुलर है, इसका मतलब इट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू एनी लाइन विच इज ड्रॉन इन दिस प्लेन. इस प्लेन में आप कोई भी लाइन ड्रॉ करो, दिस वेक्टर इज परपेंडिकुलर टू एवरी लाइन which is drawn in this plane. So it is very simple to find out the direction of vector product. दोनों को perpendicular होना चाहिए. Fine. So let us take example. Suppose current is along this direction. Okay. And you have to find out the direction of field at point P, which is at a distance of r. So it is nothing but ideal cross r. तो dl vector इस डायरेक्शन में है और position vector इस डायरेक्शन में है. Then the field will be along this direction. Outside the board, current direction and position vector direction. So stretch your palm in this direction, in the direction of current element, and curl your fingers, or you stretch your palm along the current direction in such a way that you should be able to curl your fingers towards other vector, and then the thumb will give you the direction. So ये direction है. So here the direction is outside the board. Now suppose current is along this direction and position vector is here P. So this is current direction, this is position vector. You have to find out the field, the direction of field at point P. Then what you will do? So this is position vector r. So you have to move in such a way that just stretch your palm along the direction of current and try to curl your fingers along the direction of position vector. Then field will be inside. So field at this point will be inside. Now let us take current direction inside the board. There is a wire. Let us assume there is a wire which is going inside the board. So current direction is inside the board. And we want to find out magnetic field at this point P, which is at a distance of R. तो यहाँ पे current direction ऐसा है and you have to curl your fingers in this direction. Okay, so thumb will give you the direction of field. So here there are only two possible directions here. मतलब जो resultant vector है, it will be perpendicular to current element as well as it will be perpendicular to position vector. So any line which you draw in this plane will be perpendicular to this line. Okay, ये बोर्ड को ही परपेंडिकुलर है करंट, तो कोई भी लाइन आप इसमें ड्रॉ करेंगे तो उसको ये करंट परपेंडिकुलर ही होगा. इसलिए आपको अभी क्या देखना है, आपको पोजीशन वेक्टर को एक परपेंडिकुलर लाइन होना चाहिए. सो दिस इज परपेंडिकुलर टू दिस करंट as well as it is perpendicular to position vector. Now there are only two possible directions. It can be either in this direction or in this direction. इधर हो सकता है या इधर हो सकता है. तो आप फिंगर्स कर्ल करेंगे तो इस साइड है. You got the sense of the direction. So this is the direction of magnetic field. So in this way you can use cross product to find out the direction of magnetic field. Finding out the direction of magnetic field is very important, and this chapter mostly deals with three-dimensional aspect. So imagination is required and you should be very well versed with the cross product, finding the direction of the resultant vector in cross product. So now we'll find out magnetic field by using Biot-Savart's law. So just we have seen Biot-Savart's law. So Biot-Savart's law, current I, this is a small element, dl element, then magnetic field at a distance of r at point P. Magnetic field due to this current element at point P which is at a distance of r distance पे. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे magnetic field simply we know how to find out the direction. We'll take the magnitude. Magnitude is given by mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. So this will give you magnitude. So let us take, now we will find out magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. So magnetic field due to a straight current carrying conductor. Okay, so let us take a conductor. So conductor X, Y. So we want to find out magnetic field due to this conductor at point P, which is at a distance of d from the wire. So this distance is d. So this is perpendicular distance. So let us join this wire. These are the two ends of a wire. So this is some angle, this another angle. So here we take this angle. So this angle is theta 1 and let us say this angle is theta 2. So now we have a formula mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. So we want a current element. So we can find out the magnetic field by this formula only due to a small current element. Then after that we will add or we will integrate under proper limits. So let us take some current element. So let us say this is current element whose length is dl, and from this point, so this point is x, this point is y, okay, and let us call this point as q. So this is the current element which we have considered. Now let us take this current element, and this current element is making an angle theta, and let us say this distance is r. ये जो distance है यहाँ से यहाँ r, because you want the distance, and the direction of current, this is the direction of current. So current element is in this direction, this is the position vector, this is the direction of position vector. Now we will find out the magnetic field due to this small element. So magnetic field due to this small element is nothing but here dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl sin theta upon r square. Okay, yes. So now if you see here, this is theta, this is 90 degrees. I will call this angle as alpha. So in this triangle, let us name this point also. This point is R. In triangle, in right angle triangle, RQP. RQP. Now we have this whole wire. Just to neglect this whole wire and concentrate on this small element. Okay. So this angle is alpha. Now we have a distance d. Distance d is given to us. So we have to convert this r in terms of d. And this current element from this point q is at a distance of, let us say, small r. Small l is distance pay. Then now we should find out the value of L or L in terms of D, because D is given to us, and we have to find out R in terms of D. Here we have DL. So if you are able to find out L, then you will get DL. Then similarly you should be able to find out R in terms of D. So if I take this angle, then from the triangle, right angle triangle RQP, you have 90 degrees plus alpha is equal to theta. This is an exterior angle for this triangle. ये जो triangle है RQP, इस triangle के लिए exterior angle है, तो ये angle 90 plus alpha होना चाहिए, right? Or you can say this angle is how much? 90 minus alpha. This total is 180. So we can write theta as 90 plus alpha. Then what is alpha? Alpha is theta minus 90. Theta minus 90. Or alpha can also be written as minus 90 minus theta. Because we have sine 90 minus theta, cos 90 minus theta. So theta minus 90 is written as minus of 90 minus theta. So I will remove this. Now, so tan alpha in this triangle RQP, tan alpha. So tan alpha is given by opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is L, adjacent side is D. Now we got L. So L is equal to D tan alpha. We have considered this angle theta because theta is the angle between two vectors. We have to consider this angle. Even if you take theta here, this will be 180 minus theta. Sin 180 minus theta is again sin theta. So there is no problem, but still we are going through the vectors law as possible, as much possible. So L is D tan alpha. तो इसको अगर tan alpha को हम theta में replace करेंगे, so alpha is 90 minus theta. So here L will be equal to D tan of minus 90 minus theta. So L will be D into tan of minus 90. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So minus D tan 90 minus theta. Tan of minus theta. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. Then L is equal to minus D. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So L is minus D cot theta. Now if you differentiate this on both the sides, so this will be dl minus d cot theta. Derivative of cot theta is minus cosec square theta. So minus cosec square theta d theta. Minus cosec square theta d theta. So this you will get d into cosec square theta d theta. So this is the value of that small element dl in terms of theta and d. Then similarly we have to find out r. Now from this triangle, so this is r, this is alpha and this theta, or we can also consider this angle. This is 180 minus theta. Linear pair, this is theta, so this is 180 minus theta. Then for this theta, this d is opposite side, so we can write d equal to r into sin 180 minus theta. Sin 180 minus theta, that is nothing but r sin theta. So r into sin 180 minus theta is sin theta, it is in second quadrant and sin is positive. So we got dl, now we got r also. So here if you write r, so r will be equal to d upon sin theta. So that is d cosec theta. D cosecant theta. Fine. So now the derivation is very simple. So we will derive it here. Just we have to put those values. So here dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl. dl is d cosec square theta d theta. D cosec square theta d theta and sin theta divided by r square. Now r is nothing but d cosec theta. So d cosec theta will be d square cosec square theta. Okay. So here we will get mu naught by 4 pi I cosec square theta cancel, d and here d square, so d will remain, and sin theta. So here sin theta d theta upon d, sin theta d theta upon d. So finally we have dB equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d sin theta dt. So if you integrate under proper limits, now here limits of integration, these small elements will take from this point to this point, and we have to make sure that the directions of the magnetic field should be same. If they are in same direction, we'll add all the elements, but if few are in opposite direction, we have to subtract. So let us see, if you take a current element here, the magnetic field will be inside the board. So due to this current element at this point, so magnetic field will be inside the board. Due to this current element, it is inside the board. Due to this current element, it is inside the board. So due to all the small current elements, magnetic field is inside the board. So we can directly add them. So here B, limits of integration from theta 1 to theta 2. So this is theta 1, this is theta 2. So B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d integration of sin theta d theta is minus cos theta, and limits are theta 1 to theta 2. Limits theta 1 to theta 2. Okay, so we'll remove all this. Just you can pause it and just look at those derivations and put the values. Just I'll remove. तो अभी यहां से हमको वैल्यू मिलेगी मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड B इज इक्वल टू म्यू नॉट I 4 pi d minus cos theta, that is upper limit cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. So this comes out to be mu naught I by 4 pi d minus cos theta 2 minus of minus plus cos theta 1. So here we will get cos theta 1 plus cos theta 1 minus of minus plus minus cos theta 2. So this is the magnetic field. Now you see theta 2 is here. This is the direction of current and this is the position vector. Here theta 2, and this is the direction of current, this is position vector, this is theta 1. So upper part, upper angle here we are taking theta 2, here we are taking this as theta 1. Now we can convert this into cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. So this is the angle within these two vectors, this is outside here, whatever the triangle is forming here. So now just I'll remove all these things and we will convert this equation to inside angles. So suppose this is a current carrying element. Now you want to find out magnetic field at this point. This is distance d. So this is a current element x, y. So what we have done, we have considered angle theta 2 here and theta 1 here. This is the direction of flow of current. This is position vector. This is position vector. Okay. Now we have to convert, we have to replace this angle theta 2 with this angle. Okay. So now for time being, instead of this angle, we will take theta 2 here. Fine. So now actually theta 2 is this angle. This is the angle theta 2. So now in this equation we can write this angle. So this theta 2, so this angle here, ये जो angle है हम क्या लिख सकते 180 minus theta 2. So in this equation mu naught I by 4 pi d cos theta 1 as it is. Now actually this theta 2 in derivation we have taken this particular angle. Now most of the cases you will find out this angles easily. So I am taking this angle. Suppose if this is theta 2. Now in this equation I have to consider this angle. So in that place, in this place I will write 180 minus theta 2. So cos 180 minus theta 2. So this will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d cos theta 1 cos 180 minus theta. It is in second quadrant. So minus cos theta. Minus of minus cos theta is plus cos theta 2. So that equation, this equation we have modified. In this equation this is an angle. In this equation this is an angle. So you can use cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Okay, yes. So we will see different equations to calculate magnetic field. So this is x, y, this is distance d, perpendicular distance, point P. So this is angle theta 2, this is angle theta 1, then magnetic field at this point, current carrying along this direction. So for this magnetic field B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Okay, so for this particular case, if you consider angle theta 2 here, it all depends on your convenience. Whatever you want, you consider that. Now case 2, second case, this is point P, current is flowing in this direction. I am considering this as theta 2, this as theta 1, and this is distance d. Okay, so I should show the directions. These are the directions. Now magnetic field due to this current carrying conductor at point P. So here B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d into cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. If you are using this angle, it will be cos theta 1 plus cos theta 2. Then similarly, you can use these angles also. So in most of the books, these angles are given. You can convert this equation to this angle. So now suppose, if this is alpha and if this is beta, or we'll take another diagram. So let us take a diagram here. Okay, 1, 2. Now next, divide this region. So if I consider this as a XY current carrying wire, which is carrying a current I, and I am considering this as theta 1 and this as theta 2. Theta 2, theta 1. Okay. Yes. Just I am maintaining downwards theta 1, theta 2, theta 1, theta 2. So here the angle will be measured like this, theta 2, this is theta 1. So this is positive measurement, this will be negative measurement. Okay, whatever. Now if I apply this formula here, so I want this angle. So this angle will be 90 minus theta 2 and this angle will be 90 minus theta 1 because this is perpendicular distance d. This distance is d. Fine. So in this equation if I use that, it will be B will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi d cos. Now I have to use this angle. So this is cos theta 1. So this is our angle. Cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. Then I have to use this angle. Okay, this is the angle. So now if I take this as theta 2, then this angle will become 90 minus theta 2. So that will be cos 90 minus theta 2 will be sin theta. So you will get an equation mu naught I by 4 pi d sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. Sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2.